बंद कर दो।
It's recording now and then I press it.
Yeah.
How many times have you traveled to a country you or your family has never heard of? I, my friends, was fortunate to be able to do something like this. To have traveled to a country about which I knew nothing, except for the fact that it had a very charismatic and autocratic leader, and that it is the largest producer of coca, from which cocaine is processed. Yes. A country where I traveled, which apart from giving me great travel experiences, gave me other unforgettable gifts. Gifts such as great travel experiences, friends who will remain so forever, and lessons which I feel have made me a better person. Good morning, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I traveled to a country called Bolivia, which is one of the most beautiful and craziest country on the planet. Situated in the heart of South America, it's a landlocked country. It is bordered by Brazil, Paraguay, Chile, Peru, and Argentina. It's also a country where you have people like Evo Morales. It is a country which is 28th largest in the world, which may make it very smaller than India. However, it is so rich in its diversity that even an Indian would be able to appreciate it. Okay, there are other things such as the president of the country. If you start traveling, you're bound to see this man's image everywhere with such amazing regularity that you might start feeling that you know him personally. Okay, Evo Morales is popularly known as Ebo, and he has been elected for a second term. Evo Morales claims to be the first indigenous president of the country and has incomparable mass support. He is also the champion of the indigenous cause of a population which feels that they have been discriminated against by a generation of leaders of European descent. He is credited with the nationalization of the energy companies. He is also known for his unconventional behavior, and at the same time he is against the eradication of the coca plant which is pursued by the United States. Coca plant, which is very close to the cultural life of Bolivia. He has started a campaign called Coca Sí, Cocaína No, which means yes to coca, no to cocaine. Okay, and what they are trying to do with this campaign is highlight the fact that coca, the plant, is different from cocaine, the drug. But the president is only one in the list of many interesting experiences that Bolivia has to offer. Another highlight is its everything highest claims. Bolivia is home to the highest capital in the world, highest city in the world, highest mine in the world, highest road in the world, and the highest whatnot in the world. La Paz is definitely the highest capital in the world because I've been there, I've seen it for myself. But at the same time, more importantly, it's also one of the most beautiful ones. La Paz is surrounded by hills on every side, and its long, winding uphill lanes take you to one of the few of the best bargain markets in the world. The streets near the center are specialized in selling best value, be it cheap electronic items, shoes, apparel, and even items for witchcraft. It was in this great city on a street called Sagarnaga where I used to frequent a coffee house which has perfected the art of making the right apple pie and chocolate cake. Apple pie, freshly whipped cream, some strong sugarless coffee, and a great conversation to go along with it. I haven't experienced evenings better than these in my life. But as travelers, do we only seek comfort food? No, we don't. We also need things which take us out of our comfort zone. This mountainous country is also the place to be if that adrenaline rush is what you're looking for. I took the North Yungas Road. North Yungas Road on a bicycle like many before and after me. It is notoriously known as the Death Road or El Camino del Muerte in Spanish. In Spanish. And there are many people who get attracted to this road because it is very dangerous because of its narrow nature, and there's an adjoining deep valley next to it. The road has been closed for regular traffic after the government has built a new and much safer road. Yet adrenaline junkies like me take the downhill cycling from La Paz to Coroico to experience emotions that they've never done before. I was there, I did it, and I experienced a lot of things, a lot of emotions that I did not know myself. And it was great, but at the same time I had to pay a small price. I had to have an injured wrist after a small accident that I had on this road. Talk about craziness. But if a gathering of people or a festival is more your kind of thing, then look no further. Bolivia has that to offer as well. A small miners town called Oruro, around every second week of February every year, comes alive to music, to dancers, thousands of dancers, and to even more tourists, both domestic and international. You may ask why? Because it's carnival time. Carnival in Bolivia is much more conservative than the one back in Rio. This one focuses on showcasing the cultural diversity and rich heritage of Bolivia and not other things which most of us look for, at least guys. Carnival in Oruro means it's non-stop dance and music for 2 days in a row. So whether it is the history student in you or the neo-hippie who wants to send out the message of world peace, Carnival in Oruro will definitely appeal to you. But friends, there's a question. It's great for a country to have such abundant and varied beauty, but all of it loses its worth if its people are not warm and if they do not have hope. But in Bolivia, more than anything else, it's people who will touch your heart. Especially people like these. In Bolivia, both the young and the old, like us Indians, are really warm at heart and don't act nice only because they are supposed to. So take it from me, it's a promise that if you go to Bolivia, you like me, you will also come back with at least a few good friends. And I really feel that friendship is at the heart of leading a wonderful life. So from high mountains to high probability of making good friends, Bolivia has it all. And that's why I say, Ti amo Bolivia, or I love you Bolivia. Thanks.
Supreme Power Men. The super heavyweights featuring the best from all around the globe. Attila Atimoropoulos, the current champion of Uzbekistan, who has recently become a naturalized Canadian, and he will represent the Maple Leaf Nation in the snatch. And then to follow him is Sanjay Singh Sethi, India's own god of the bar, who has recently returned to the extreme competition and hopes to take a few out in clean and jerk. After that, you will all bear witness to perhaps the most decorated weightlifter of the modern era when the sublime technique of Reebok Isuzu from Jonestown, from Democratic Republic of Congo. It's too much. So many difficult words, yeah.